Also tonight, new details in the case of convicted felon Alex Murdaugh, as his attorneys filed a federal lawsuit against former Colleton County Clerk of Court Becky Hill today. The filing comes days after the state Supreme Court overturned Murdaugh's murder convictions, ordering a new trial. Now the defense says this case is about far more than just a retrial. News 19's Kiki Gushu has the latest.
And the purpose of this lawsuit is to hold Becky Hill accountable for what she did.
Alex Murdaugh's attorneys say their new federal lawsuit against former Colleton County Clerk of Court Becky Hill opens the door to new answers about what happened during the high-profile double murder trial. The lawsuit accuses Hill of jury tampering and denying him his civil rights after the South Carolina Supreme Court ruled Murdaugh did not receive a fair trial. The suit claims it was all part of Hill's effort to earn money. The defense says the civil case could lead to subpoenas, depositions, and new discovery.
Did she do it alone? Did she have somebody help her with this?
The attorneys also criticize how the original jury tampering investigation was handled by state investigators, since they also investigated the Murdaugh case.
But SWED is invested in affirming the conviction. They don't want to find any fault. I mean, that's just human nature.
The comments drew a sharp response from the Attorney General's office, which said in part, quote, "What is disappointing is watching Dick Harpootlian and Jim Griffin spend their time trashing SLED and attacking South Carolina law enforcement, instead of treating this matter with the seriousness it deserves," end quote. There's also sparring over the Attorney General's position that the death penalty could be considered. Harpootlian responded to that possibility Monday.
Clearly, he is not talking to the lawyers in his office. He's probably talking to his political consultants who thought that was a good soundbite for his governor's campaign.
But Wilson said in a statement he's making those decisions with his staff and not as part of, quote, some campaign apparatus. While the murder convictions were thrown out, Alex Murdaugh is not leaving prison. He remains incarcerated on state and federal financial crime convictions and won't be moving facilities right now. And legal experts say technically he's still considered a convicted murderer until some more legal processes take place.
Once that remitter comes from the South Carolina Supreme Court, the case will then be transferred back to the lower court, the circuit court, and at that point it will just be pending charges, not convictions.
Legal experts also saying once the case returns to the lower court, the trial process begins again.
We go back to that time before this trial occurred as if it didn't happen, and that process begins there again.
The defense says this second trial could look very different from the first, including possible new evidence requests, a change of venue, and new pretrial motions.
No plea deal. No, never will plead guilty. Off the table. We want a trial.
Reporting in Columbia, Kiki Gushu, News 19, WLTX.
Well, tonight, Murdaugh's attorneys say any money recovered through the lawsuit would not go directly to their client, saying he still owes money related to his financial crimes. And